Hello everyone, welcome to kiiff.com. Today's video we'll be going through how to set up a domain redirect. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the domain kiiff.org here, which I have just installed a default installation of PHP just to demonstrate that the domain does have something on it, so that when we set up the redirect you'll be able to see the difference. So to set up the redirect, we start in the cPanel, and under the domains category we go to redirects. Once we're inside, this is where we set up the redirect, and we have two different types of redirects. We have permanent 301 and temporary 302. The 301 permanent redirect notifies your visitor's browser to update its records. So in other words, it will update the bookmark inside your visitor's browser to the new redirect. So it is definitely something more if you know that, hey, this domain is going to be parked for a while, or maybe you purchased it and you want to have it always go to another domain, then you definitely want to set up the permanent. But if it's just temporary, then you're going to want to do the temporary because it will not update your visitors' bookmarks. The next option here is to choose on which domains will the redirect be set up at. In this case, kiiff.org is the only available option other than the all public. If this particular account had more domains associated with it, then those domains would be available in this selection, and we could choose that. So we'll stick with all public, and we're not going to specify a specific directory. We're just going to do the entire domain itself. And now we have the redirects box, and in here we have to explicitly type the HTTP address. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I am redirecting this to kiiff.com, our main site, and I have thrown the S in there because I do have a security layer on that website. If you don't have it, then yours is going to be http://. Our next option here is to redirect with or without www, which is the default selection. And then we have this wildcard redirect option. And what this wildcard redirection option does is allows you to redirect files within a directory to the same file name in a new directory. In other words, if you had, say, kiiff.org redirects to kiiff.com, if you try to access kiiff.org/ example picture.jpg, say, so it'd be a specific file name, it will redirect you to kiiff.com/example picture.jpg. It'll redirect you to that exact URL. So in this case, we're not worried about that. We're just going to set up the that full redirect. So we click add here, and we can see that it is now activated. If we go back, we'll go up here to kiiff.org and refresh, and you can see it takes us right to https://www.kiiff.com. So it's exactly what we want. The redirect is set up and working successfully. So there's just a few important notes that I want to go over before I wrap this video up on redirect. The first is that you cannot modify a redirect. So down here, there's no option to modify. You have to, if you want to change it, say, oh, I messed up a setting or something like that, you just need to delete it and recreate it. There's no option to modify. And the second thing is a little bit more advanced, but for those of you who have a content management system, such as WordPress or Drupal or a content management system, really, This particular redirect, this way of redirecting might not work with the content management system in place. And the reason for that is I can show you in the, it modifies the .htaccess file. It puts the redirect on the bottom of that file. And what happens with WordPress, for example, is WordPress has its own section within that file, and it will only read its own section. So it will essentially ignore what you're doing here and do its own thing. So you have to, if you have something that is a more advanced content management system, you have to, you should look in their documentation or contact our support team for help on redirecting. And I can show you that here inside cPanel. If we go into the file manager, and we view the .htaccess file, you can see at the bottom here, this is what I was talking about, where it puts the rewrite condition or the redirect at the bottom of this .htaccess file. And if we had a WordPress installation or Drupal or something like that, it would have its own set of rewrite conditions and things up here somewhere, and it would only read off of that. It wouldn't make it to the bottom of the file to read this. So in other words, you'd have to go through WordPress's or Drupal's or whatever system you're using to figure out how to redirect that way. If you have any questions on this, feel free to send us a support ticket or send us an email. Give us a call. Let us know if we can help you, and I hope you learned something in this video.